This WAFL Colts broadcast is brought to you by Electrical Group Training. Considering a career as an electrician, visit egt.net.au to start your journey. Amy, when the bounce serves you a clanger, lucky you're with Amy. And Front Row Screens, your local streaming superheroes.
In recent years, between Swan Districts and Perth in the EGT WAFL Colts competition, these two teams have been separated by very thin margins. In fact, 4 of the last 5 have been won by less than 2 goals. Will we see another close one today? Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Steel Blue Oval on a chilly and overcast Saturday morning for the beginning of Round 8, the WA Day long weekend in the EGT WAFL Colts competition. It's Perth, who are down the bottom end of the ladder, but they are only a win outside the 5. And they're up against Swan Districts, who are in the 5 on percentage, but like Perth, only have 2 wins from their 6 games so far. Paul Bursick's my name. It's great to have your company on the official WAFL YouTube channel, your home of the EGT WAFL Colts competition in season 2026. Well, both sides coming off contrasting results. Swan Districts here at home last week against Subiaco. Well, they absolutely gave the Lions a fair old torching after half-time, kicking 11 goals to 2. Led by the likes of Jai DeBono and LeBron Yaron. Yaron in particular kicking 4 goals. And the Swan District side going on to a massive 12-goal win here at home. And they're looking to do so again here today at Bassendean against the Perth side, who are struggling to find a semblance of consistency in their side. They got thrashed badly by West Perth by some 50 points last week at Mineral Resources Park, 14-5 to 5-9. Adrian Carls was among the Demons' best. Baker, that's Cade Baker, and Mason Barr also contributed, but they didn't have anyone going with him. And the challenge will be for Perth how they're going to gel as a unit against the Swan District side, who are only a win behind West Perth in 4th place. So a real fascinating tale to see where this game and how this game will pan out over the next 2.5 hours. Both sides with changes aplenty due to PSA commitments, injury, and also the Under-18 Championship, which is forthcoming in the next couple of weeks. Hardeman, the Jackson boys, Pickett, Sheldon, and Wilson in for Swan Districts. And out go Venema, Naria, Williams, Smith, Panetta, and Ballard. While for Perth, Jaden Clark, Matthew Edgelow, Tyrone Hart, Declan Kabelka, Greg O'Connor, Alex Richardson, and Finn Tomasini are in the side. Out go Jeff Darrick, Jasper Krahulik, Cade Baker, who was among the Demons' best last week, Byron Bennell, Lucas Warner, Dylan Poole, and Jai Spain. This, of course, one of 2 matches taking place today on the Saturday of the WA Day long weekend. A little bit later on, it is the Battle of the Western Suburbs. It is Subiaco and Claremont down at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. And don't forget, of course, the other 2 games are on the Monday, the public holiday itself. West Perth and East Perth clashing at 8:55 at Joondalup, and then at 4 o'clock in the afternoon at Fremantle Oval, it is the 2 Fremantle teams in the People's Derby. So an exciting weekend of WA Day football on Monday. Of course, this game here at Steel Blue Oval, plenty of intrigue around both teams, both on 8 points, and the winner today will, at least for now, find themselves in at least 4th or 5th place. If Perth win, they'll be up to 5th place on percentage. Their percentage is only 52.9. Swan Districts, meanwhile, got a big boost last week as a result of that win against Subiaco, over 104%. In the ruck, it's Dunlop for Perth and Lee Garland for Swan Districts. Away we go. EGT WAFL Colts football is underway, round 8, as the sun comes out right on cue here at Steel Blue Oval as the rucks go at it. Lee Garland got the first tap out, handball thumped into space. Overrunning it there for Swan Districts was Sheldon. He lays a strong tackle on the edge of the centre square. We'll have a ball up. Swans getting that first push of territory into their forward half. We see Dunlop jostling for position with Lee Garland. Got the palm down. Again, Sheldon getting involved. Thrusting forward to that forward line. Swan Districts kicking to the city end of the ground, aided by what breeze there is here at Steel Blue Oval. Another jostle between Lee Garland and Dunlop, jarred out the front, and now Swan Districts have a chance to enter their forward 50. It's a high probing kick inside 50 and juggling the mark. Having an opportunity for a shot at goal. It's that man right there inside that forward 50. Great mark by Dudfield. He's been a major threat in the forward line. He kicked 3 last week in the win over Subiaco. He can get the Swans rolling with the first goal of the morning. About 20 to 25 metres out, slide angle. Comes in, deliberate approach, and he slots it through for the first goal of the day. Strong start for Swan Districts, as we see on the replay. Cooper Dudfield, who's been one of the Swans' major threats on the scoreboard, slotting through the first goal of the morning. The Demons having barely touched the ball to start the match. Scoreboard pressure is going to be a real hard task for Perth, one would suggest, because they're averaging 5 goals a game. In contrast, Swan Districts are averaging 11. We're back in the centre. A lot of cloud cover around Steel Blue Oval. Weather forecast not pleasant throughout the weekend. Dunlop palms it down. Running onto it is Ketchup. He loses out. Holding the ball, however. Advantage is paid. Running onto it is Workman. Spearing ball inside 50. Bouncing toward the line. Moffat can't bring it back in play. Will throw it in. The Demons now responding with a surge inside 50. So they look to get an immediate answer. About 40 metres out from goal. Late nomination for Perth, needing to nominate quickly. It's going to be Moffat. In fact, Edgelow, who's in the ruck, a very shallow throw in. The umpire will have to redo it. That one certainly got picked up. Not much breeze around here at Steel Blue Oval on a chilly and overcast Saturday morning. As we see Moffat and Lee Garland. Moffat giving away a lot of height in the ruck. Lee Garland. Throw in favours Lee Garland. The Demons managed to get it out of the congestion. Here's Warner. His kick touched off the boot. Players putting their heads over the football. Hurried hand pass out of the congestion. Spills to ground. Putting his head over it was Carls. Got a boot to it. Here's Richardson near the boundary line. Once again, Swan Districts just finding their way over the boundary line. Will throw it in. Toss back into play, around about 45 metres out from goal. Lee Gallen in front, got the fist down. Handball comes out, bursting through his bar. Over the top to Hart. Left foot from the boundary line. Is this the impossible goal? Tyrone Hart pulls the rabbit out of the hat and gets the quick answer. Out of the boundary throw-in. Hart waiting for the drop of the football to come his way. But with the left foot from the boundary line, that will spark the Demons into this contest. Tyrone Hart in his 5th game for the season. Former junior from Kelmscott. And he's made a first impact for the Demons this morning. Don't you just love goals like that to flare the side up for a big game like this? Both sides have got a major on the board within the first 5 minutes of this first quarter, and that is on the EGT scoreboard. Good matchup to look out for in the centre as well. Darmody matched up with Mills on a centre wing. Almost 5 minutes gone in this opening quarter. We're back in the middle. Lee Garland thumps it down. Players getting hands to it. Demons with some numbers. Hacked off the ground by Dunlop. Gains about 35 metres out towards left half forward. Hurried handball. Demons with the numbers now. Gathered there by the Perth player in Darmody. Gets a hurried kick inside 50. Roving it down the front there was Moffat. Strong tackle laid bare by Pivani. Stoppage inside 50 for Perth. Richardson into the ruck now against Lee Gallen. He got a hand to it. Clever backhand tap out to his teammate in Darmody. He kicks to the tip of the goal square and goes only as far as a Zane for Swan Districts. Zane goes to the far side. Kicking to the lead of Wilson. He's got some support for his teammates on the half-back line. His kick, inboard. Gathered brilliantly there by Berman, tidying up the fumbles. And playing it to the near side of the ground. Kick was an awkward one, but it's well gathered by Pickett. Pickett was magnificent a couple of weeks ago. starting to get back into some form. His kick rubbers along the ground. The handball comes to Dudfield. He's got a vacant goal square. He centres it to the tip of the goal square. Going back with a flight of the ball. Darich makes a fine mark. And it's going to be 50. Encroachment in the protected area. And Darich will bring himself toward the paint of 50. Darich will get on with business from half back. Goes across the ground. It's 2-on-1. Well judged there by Blacker. And that's going to be 50 as well. So 2 50-metre penalties in a row. And this will certainly cost them a goal. This will bring the Demons to the lead for the first time in the match. It was a well-judged mark too by Mason Barr. Going back with the flight of the ball. And from point-blank range, slots through the Demons' second. So Mason Barr with his first goal and the Demons' second. And he's got the Demons into the lead. First 2 goals for the Perth side. 8 marks he took last week in that loss to West Perth and had 23 touches, and he's now got a major on the board. Keep you right up to date with the other game that'll be going on very shortly. It's Subiaco and Claremont at Sullivan Logistics Stadium, a Western Suburb showdown. This game as well has a little bit of rivalry to it. Last time these two sides met back in round 15 out at Lathlane, it was a 7-point win to Swan Districts, 10-9 to 8-14. It's been a very close rivalry between these two teams. As we mentioned in the pre-game, 4 of the last 5 have been separated by 2 goals or less. Gabelka gathering possession, but he gets wrapped up in the tackle alongside the centre circle. In front, Dalton. Tackle made by Sheldon. Campbell into space. Plucked out to the advantage of Edgelow. Edgelow gets a hurried kick towards right half forward. Awkward bouncing ball. 3-on-1 in favour of Swan Districts. Bursting through with Hart. Good strong tackle there on Yaron, holding the ball. More pressure there by Perth. They're able to regain possession through Moffat. Surveying the options inside 50. There's none presenting to him, so he's going to have to go long to the hotspot, and that's what he does. Long kick up towards full forward. Ball from behind. Here's Hart. Just lost the handle. DeBono. He's taken a bit high there. Bono's got the free kick inside defensive 50. Got Yaron the overlapping lead. So too Berman. DeBono elects to go across the goal mouth and spot up Martin. Martin looks to honour his lead of Rowe. Takes it off the half volley. His kick goes looking for Dudfield. He was too far behind the football. Blacker does well to give the handball away to Moffat. He lowers the eyes, and Blacker on the overlap takes a fine mark. He's 55 out from goal. He's looking for options. He's going to set it up to the tip of the goal square. Inside 50, in from the side, no mark. Great recovery there by Pickett. He sends it long. Out of defensive 50, but Perth are going to find their way back there through Tomasini. Great intercept mark. And again, he's forced to go to the hot spot. Kick not his best, but well judged in the end. A great mark in defensive 50, this time by Rowe. Rowe's kick is a short one. Putting a lot of pressure on his teammate in Young. Hart, he gets wrapped up by Young and will ball it up. Swan Districts rushing their disposal a little bit, going out of defensive 50. They're relying on those dump kicks out of the 50. And more often than not, it's resulting in intercept marks to the opposition. DeBono gets a kick away. It's 2-on-1, and there he is again. Tomasini, he's been lurking. And it's going to be 50 as well. So 3 50-metre penalties in this first quarter has resulted in easy chances for the Demons. And Tomasini will have a shot for goal from about 20 metres out to give the Demons a 2-goal lead midway through this opening term. Tomasini wasn't featured last week in that loss to West Perth, but he's looking to come back with a vengeance. Almost directly in front, and he's hit the post. So that is a major let-off for Swan Districts. Perth opened up a 7-point lead midway through this first quarter. Martin kicking in. Short pass finds Jackson. Jackson on left back pocket. He goes back toward the goal mouth. Dangerous kick, but leading Mills. Play on is the call. It was off hands. Under pressure. The kick comes in. Hart gathers. It's been very impressive so far. Handball wasn't his best. Gathered by Naisbitt. And now the Swans are away. They clear that defensive congestion. The kick towards the centre. Unable to trap it on the half volley was Jackson. Likewise Sharon Guville. And now, once again, Tomasini. He sends the Demons into attack. Gathered there by Hills. He sends it long towards goal and he's missed. So Perth starting to pepper the goals in the last 5 or so minutes. They've got 2 goals, 2 to show for it. Swan Districts have not scored since the 3-minute mark through Cooper Dudfield. Swan Districts again looking to get a move on from their back line. They've struggled to get out of there the last few minutes. They've been well hemmed in by some great Demons forward pressure. Now they've got some space on the near side. Here's Young. Handball. It was a hospital handball. It asked a lot of his teammate. Clark applied the tackle. They're having to go back and forth, Swan Districts. A high ball towards the centre. Big fly from behind. Ketchup couldn't complete the mark. High ball. It's an up and under kick. 2-on-1. But an easy mark to settle the nerves by Garrett. Across the ground, a Workman. Perth again controlling the territory game in this first quarter. Left foot. That's a beautiful kick. Oh, an easy mark. That was spilled there by Moffat. Should have taken it. That's invited the pressure to be brought on by Swan Districts. But here comes Kabelka, bursting through the traffic. Kicks to the lead of Hill. But it was Spore from behind and over the boundary line for a throw-in on the forward side of centre. "12 minutes remaining in this first quarter, in case you're tuning in for the first time. Dudfield got the first goal for Swan Districts 3 minutes in, but then Hart and Barr responded with 2 quick goals. And the Demons peppering the goals, controlling the footy on their territory in the last 5 or so minutes. They lead by 8 points. Getting boot to ball, Kabelka, but was taken high in the process, and it's going to be his free kick. Kabelka's got the ball. He elects to go inboard, not his best kick. Luck's a fortune for Edgelow. Got boot to ball, but was tackled as soon as he kicked it. Richardson was dispossessed. Here's Hart, gets it back to Edgelow. Hurried kick inside 50. No mark to Hart. Recovers well. Has the presence of mind to hack it off the ground. Darmody riding the bump, but they lose possession to Swan Districts. Barry gets an up and under kick out of the defensive 50. Big spoil there from Carls. Sitting and waiting was Pickett. And we'll have a throw in. Yaron giving his opponent what for. And Darmody comes in, and I think he's conceded the free kick. He has. A little bit of ill discipline by Swan Districts in this first quarter. They've conceded 3 50-metre penalties, and they've got another silly free kick against them. Darmody sets it up. High ball. Into the hot spot. 2 Swans going up, but only one could take the mark, and that's Martin. Safe pair of hands in the back line. Here's kick. Looking to honour the lead of his teammate. No mark, but well tidied up there by Smith. The Swans clear the defensive 50 once more. It's 2-on-2. Looking to gather there was Fiore. It's a difficult ball to handle in these chilly conditions. O'Connor written into the ground. Good recovery here by the Swans. They get it out now to Hardiman. It'll be a boundary throw-in. Hardiman just can keep himself inside the boundary line and will throw it in on the opposite wing. 10 minutes remaining in this opening quarter. Live WAFL Colts football on the official WAFL YouTube channel. Thanks so much for your company on this chilly Saturday morning. Hope you're keeping yourself nice and warm. And it's going to be cold and wet throughout the long weekend. Forecast not very pleasant. For your bright spark and on the search for an electrical apprenticeship, visit egt.net.au. Discover more. Great to have EGT on board once again as partners of the WAFL Colts competition in 2026. Waiting down at the back to Bono. Gets on the end of it. Kicks high and long towards left half forward. Leading back in the race is Wilson. Great gather. Under pressure. And he had ample time to get rid of it. And it's going to be holding the ball. Good strong tackle by Cameron. He never stopped applying the pressure. And he's rewarded with the free kick in the left back pocket. The Demons leading by 8 points. Cameron's going to go across the face of goal. It's a dangerous kick, but luck's a fortune. Judging it brilliantly there was Garrett. And now the Demons looking to clear that 50, just getting the kick away in time, but goes only as far as Hardiman, juggling the mark, and he's 60 out from goal. Well spotted there by Hardiman. He kicks to the lead of his teammate directly in front of goal, and a chance for Swan Districts to get an answer against the run of play. Great awareness there by Hardiman, spotting up the lead of Travis Portolano inside 50. And he's looking to reward that great work by Swan Districts as he's directly in front, 45 metres out, doesn't clear the line off hands, and a minor score. (117) plays 2-2 here at Steel Blue Oval this Saturday morning as the Demons steadily work their way out of the defensive 50. Taking play down the line is O'Connor. O'Connor's kick to a 2-on-1. Great leap over the top. Carls. Carls searching for some leads further up the ground. And it's another 50. 4 50-metre penalties in this quarter. Well, I think Scott Faulkner's going to be scratching his head with the way these 50-metre penalties have been given away. This will bring Carls to about 55 metres out from goal. It's usually a long kick. Former junior from Vic Park. Right on the 50. He's gotten onto it, but slightly offline. And another minor score. 2-3 to 1-1 with 7 minutes remaining in this quarter. Jackson Azane will bring it back into play. Demons playing that 1v1 defence at the moment. They're covering almost every lead. This is good work here by Perth, forcing the Swans to go long to a contest. Big pack of players in from the side. Jackson couldn't mark. A few more numbers out the front of the football. Portolano gets the handball. He goes out to his teammate in Baker, who's run down from behind. Great chase by Kabelka, and he's got the free kick. The Demons playing great football, and even better, Kabelka spots the loose man inside 50, and that's Dunlop. Dylan Dunlop started off in the ruck, can have a stint or two in the forward line. 16 hitouts, 19 disposals. His side's lost to West Perth. But he can give his side a 14-point lead if he can steer this through. Right on the paint of 50, starts right, it's holding its line. Huge pack of players going up, gathered brilliantly by Clark. He has nowhere to go, forced to give the handball away. Swan Districts with the numbers out the front. Halffork combines with his teammate in Jackson on the burst. His kick out toward the centre is a Barry Crocker. It's Tomasini, who's been magnificent in this first quarter. 4 marks he's taken too, and that's all resulted in rush dump kicks from Swan Districts out of the defensive 50. Long ball to the hotspot. Lurking is Kabelka. Huge pack of players fly. Azane. Well gathered there, and they set it up for Halffork. His handball chopped off, but the Swans win it back. Jackson. Now Smith can go down the line to a one-on-one. Getting hands to it was Cameron. Spills to ground. Hacked off the deck by Berman. Has a second bite of the cherry, but he's outnumbered. Great work there by Perth to get numbers into the coalface. O'Connor sends it high and long. Great gather there by Hart. With the left foot. 2-on-2. Fist from behind. Lurking out the back is Clark. He can head toward an open goal, and he's hit the post. Defensive warning against Swan Districts by the umpire, so not a lot has gone right for the Black Ducks in this first quarter. 4 50-metre penalties and now a defensive warning, so we'll have a bit of a delay in the game. Clock will continue to run. We've got 4 minutes 42 on the EGT scoreboard remaining in this first quarter. And it's been Perth controlling the game and controlling the territory battle. Long ball towards half-back. Big fist from behind. Ball spills to ground. Tackle made by Lee Garland. This might be a free kick. Here it is. Holding the ball. Lee Garland, the starting ruckman for Swan Districts. Give it off to his teammate from right half-back in Sheldon. All great courage going back was Mills. Gathered by Sharon Guvell, kicks over his head towards centre wing. Who's going to be favoured by the bounce? Turns out it's going to be Portolano. Couldn't gather the possession. Handball comes off hands. Wilson gets wrapped up, and the umpire says, give it to me. Chilly conditions here at Steel Blue Oval. Thank you so much for your company on this Saturday morning. EGT WAFL Colts football, the WA Day round, beginning between Swan Districts and Perth. Tackle made by Sheldon, forcing another stoppage. A big day too, it's the Freeze MND event. Swan Districts getting right behind it this year in the wake of the passing of Neil Danaher, who inspired many an Australian in the fight against MND. Very sad news item to find during the afternoon on the Monday. Football world found out that we lost Neil Danaher. As he says, play on, and we certainly shall. Garrett clears out for the Demons. In front bar. Players putting their heads over the football. Lurking underneath it is Harforsh. Good second effort by Harforsh. He can give it off to Lee Gowland. Goes over the top to Berman. Off a step. Centering ball to the hot spot. Up towards full forward. Numbers out the back. Favour the Demons. Good hip and shoulder. But recovering possession is Cameron for the Demons. A couple of players down behind the play. Berman almost taken high, but the umpire says play on. Felder, who's been quiet so far. Those players there, one from Swan Districts and one from Perth, they're still down behind play. In the meantime, a free kick's going to be paid for holding the ball, and unsurprisingly, the umpire has called a stop for this game. Well, both players are back onto their feet, which is good news, but we can see on the right-hand side of your screen, there is a Swans player limping. I'm going to try and pick it up and see who it is, because whoever that is, that's a huge blow for Swan Districts. He's not able to put any weight on that right leg. So that is a big blow, and Perth player also being helped from the ground. And don't tell me that's Dunlop. I hope that's not Dunlop, because if that is Dunlop, that's a big blow, but we'll find out when information becomes available. So one Swans player and one Perth player being helped from the ground. In the meantime, Carls sends it long across the ground. Going back there was Hills with great courage. The ball not going anywhere further. Some good strong tackling. 18-12 in the tackle count in favour of Swan Districts, but they trail by 9 points. Dalton. Once again with numbers. Berman goes by hand, releasing to Bono. Long kick up towards half forward. Oh, great mark. That is a tremendous mark. Tomasini going back with the fly, never taking his eye off the ball. And he has settled things down for the Demons. That's his 5th mark of this first quarter. Goes across the ground towards centre wing. Just misjudging that was a Swans player, and seeing it out is Moffat, but the lasso signal has been made with 45 seconds left on the clock. Free kick will go the way of Portolano. Can they get a score on the board just before quarter time? Portolano kicks to the lead of his teammate in Berman. Spots an option. De Bono. Great mark, Jai De Bono. Great play by Swan Districts. Lowering the eyes and kicking to their target, something that they didn't do enough for much of this first quarter. But De Bono will look to restrict that margin to 3 points. This will be all but certain the last kick of the quarter. Jai De Bono. 26 touches and 2 goals last week. There's the siren. De Bono. Wrong angle for a left footer. From the paint of 50. That is a brilliant kick. Jai De Bono ends the first quarter on the right note for the Black Ducks. And a goal after the quarter-time siren sees the margin whittled down to 3 points after the first change, as we see on the replay. What a lovely kick from Jai De Bono. Ever so reliable in the centre and up forward. And he has whittled the margin down to 3 points at quarter-time. And when we come back, we'll have all the second quarter action. It's Perth 2-4-16, leading Swan Districts 2-1-13 here at Steel Blue Oval. Back with more after this.
mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
Quarter time here at Steel Blue Oval, and it is Perth leading by 3 points over Swan Districts, 2-4-16 to 2-1-13. Paul Persick with you on the official WAFL YouTube channel, bringing you all the action. Well, it was a quarter dominated by Ford territory. Perth took control for much of that second term, but then a late surge inside 50 to Jai DeBono, and he kicked one after the quarter time siren to whittle the margin down to 2-4 to 2-1. And that certainly sparked the Swans back into this contest after a period in that first quarter where they struggled to get the ball out of the defensive 50. And very few stoppages, so there was a lot of free-flowing football, but a lot of it was controlled by Perth through their possession and the hard work of Tomasini, who was brilliant in their intercept marking department in the defensive half. Away we go, second term underway. Dunlop, good news for him, he's back on the ground after that scare in the first quarter. De Bono on the end of it, sends it long inside 50. Dudfield couldn't take the mark. Brilliant gather by Yaron. His handball smothered. He's going for a second bite of the cherry. Under pressure. Ball spills to ground. It's a hotly contested footy near the boundary line, and it eventually goes over. We'll have a throw-in as the sun comes out once again. We'll be seeing a little bit of that throughout the day. The Weather Bureau forecasting some heavy rain and storms across the weekend. But for the moment, it is looking rather pleasant. The ground has held up considerably well too. All the rain that we've had in the days leading up to this weekend. Ketchup, quick dish out to Glover. And now the Demons out of that defensive 50 once more. Awkward bounce for Sleeth. Brilliant tackle over the boundary line. And holding the ball. It was across the boundary line after one step. And the Demons have an opportunity to clear. This time it's Blacker. Down the line he goes, up towards centre wing. Waiting down there was the Swans player in Sheldon. And now Portolano. Couldn't get past a second. Great tackle by Edgelow. Advantage is paid. Handball smothered. Advantage wasted. Rowe. And now Swan District's looking to surge their way back into that forward zone. Here's Mills. Gets a hurried kick, but that, I'm afraid, is a Barry Crocker. Out of bounds on the full. Free kick will go the Demons' way. This is Carl's. No options presenting, so he goes down the line to a contest. Waiting down in front with Smith. Hart goes by hand, and the Demons surge forward. A kick into space. And the ball will trickle towards the boundary line, and the lasso call will be made. Last touch rule. Free kick will go to the Swans. With the left foot, short ball. Finds the lead of Mills. Spilling the mark, inviting the pressure to be brought on by Glover. But a ricochet off his foot, so another free kick going to the Swans. This time it's going to be Mills that has got the free kick. He just veered away from his mark, so he has to play on. He's conceding some territory to Martin. Runs toward the goal mouth and kicks across the ground. That is a good kick. Brilliantly spotted to Barry. Barry again goes across the face of goal, goes back to Martin. Running back with the fly to the ball, he can go. Dudfield. Good lead, good mark by the big man as Dudfield goes down the line. Pops that one up high, 2-on-1. Fisk came in, roving it out the back. Here is Yaron. He's outrun on this occasion and outgunned by Blacker. Great pressure there by Blacker. Inadvertently hacked off the ground. Dudfield throws it onto his boot. Up towards left half forward. Gathered by Dunlop. He can go over the top. The pressure coming in hard from Sharon Givell. He was lurking, but the Demons find their way out. The mark's taken by Edgelow, and they've got plenty of players on the overlap. One of them there is Garrett, working it through the corridor, honouring the lead of Barr. Numbers streaming toward the forward 50. A couple of metres on his opponent is Workman from 40 with the left foot. He's offline, way offline in fact, so out of bounds on the full, a chance gone begging for the Demons to get a little bit of breathing space. Long ball back into play down the line and honouring the lead of Azane. Zane goes short, honouring the lead of Jackson. Off a step, finds De Bono, who kicked that goal after the quarter-time siren to bring the Swans back into it because they had less of the possession and less of the territory in the first quarter. But I'm afraid that kick was not De Bono's best. Luckily for him, it was touched off hands, or otherwise it would have been a lasso free kick. The boundary throw-in on left centre wing here at Steel Blue Oval. Great to have your company on this chilly Saturday morning and a bit overcast too. Be keeping yourself nice and warm. Dunlop jostling for position, but he had his hands in the back. Advantage is paid. Jackson. Long kick inside 50, 2-on-1. Big fist there from Maring. All spills out. Players overrunning the football. It comes to Dudfield. Over the shoulder goes Dudfield for his second goal. Cooper Dudfield puts the Swans back in front. Dudfield putting his head over the football, showing his desperation, and then just finding a little opening to pull it back over the shoulder into an open goal, bouncing it through for his second. And that is at the 6-minute mark of this second term. Swan Districts hold a 3-point lead, leading for the first time since the early minutes of the first quarter. Now the challenge has been asked of the Demons. How will they respond? Leading possession getters up to this point to Bono with 11 for Swan Districts, Mills with 6, Martin also with 6, while for Perth, Tomasini has 8, 5 for Garrett and Tyrone Hart. Back in the middle, players putting their heads over the football, just getting rid of it in time to Kabelka. Kabelka's kick is a long one up towards half forward, tapping it onto Rowe. But Perth again with those extra numbers. Ketchup gets written into the ground. He might be in trouble here. Holding the ball. And Ketchup with a bit of a shove. That's a bit silly. And again, letting Rowe know about it. That is pretty silly. Sorry to say, that was very silly from Jamason Ketchup. And it looks as though that's 2 50-metre penalties he's conceded. And a lapse of discipline, and that is going to be all but a certain Swans goal. And it's going to be another 50. 3 50-metre penalties in a flash. And Taj Rowe, he's going to slot this one from point-blank range, put away the glasses. Rowe kicks the goal. And the Swans players get around him. That's his first goal. But by gee, the lack of discipline shown by Perth certainly is going to hurt them. So Jamason Ketchup giving away 2 50-metre penalties and then a third conceded inside forward 50. That last passage of play unravelled for the Demons through lapses of discipline, and that has conceded a goal. It's Taj Rowe, and the Swans have got a bit of breathing space as a result. 9 points the margin. Aaron Ballantyne, the Perth coach, in the box beside me. He is not impressed whatsoever, and I cannot blame him. But how will they respond to this? They need to get their act together here, Perth, because they are all over the place. 8 minutes have gone in this second quarter. Back in the middle. In the ruck for Perth is Dalton. He lost out to Lee Gowland. And another clearance coming up for Swan Districts. A high kick. 3-on-1. Throwing it onto his boot was Workman. Awkward bounce. Players waiting down. And now Perth can surge forward. Long ball. Big fist from behind. Roving it brilliantly out front was Naisbitt. And Naisbitt's away. Sends the football up towards the outer wing. Overrunning it there was Berman. The kick bounces favourably for Edgelow. Finds an opening with the left foot. A wobbling kick. Falls into the hands of Jackson in the back pocket. Across the face of goal. Honours the lead of Barry. Barry kicks down the line, 2-on-1. Just misjudging it there was Cameron. Loose ball behind. Out to Carls. And he's wrapped up and taken out of play by a good strong tackle by Young. We'll have a throw in. Just to the right-hand side of our broadcast position here at Steel Blue Oval. 2-0 in this quarter in favour of the Swans, and they lead by 9 points. 4-1 to 2-4 if you're just logging in for the first time. Meanwhile, down at Sullivan Logistics Stadium, close to quarter time over there, Claremont leading 2-1 to Subiaco, 2 straight. Close start between the two Western Suburbs rivals. Hills gets taken out of play by Jackson. Will have a boundary throw-in. Winner of this game will go into the 5. Swans win, they'll be a game clear. Likewise, Perth percentage obviously will be a very telling difference. later down the track this season. Lee Gallen dominant in the ruck so far, and the Swans are away. Long ball towards centre wing. Fist from behind. Waiting in front was Carls. Beautiful hands to Tomasini. He can go over the top to the hard-running Workman. Workman-like style here by the number 34, the junior from Mundajong. He kicks long inside 50. Spilling the mark there was Azane. Azane, good recovery, good second effort. But well done by Edgelow. Gets the handball away to his teammate. His kick smothered. And the Demons trying all they can to find an opening inside 50. Workman with the left foot. Kicks towards goal. Offline. And a minor score. Huge thanks to Amy, proud supporters of WA football from Subiaco to Singleton. Amy is here for WA footy. When life serves you a clanger, lucky you're with Amy. 2-5 plays 4-1. The Demons yet to register a goal so far in this second term, and the Swans take play to the near side, and it's marked by Mills. Mills off a step, honouring the lead of Young. The umpire instructing Cameron to go a couple of metres back. The Swans again inflicting the switch. They like to play that open, free-flowing chip and run game. And to their credit this quarter, they're doing it very well. Except for that kick. Give the player a rap and look what happens. Hills with the intercept mark. He goes for a run and sends it long to the hotspot. One-on-one. Off hands. Roving it out the back here is Rowe. Goes by hand to his teammate in Jackson. Over the top, back to Rowe. Swans looking to clear. Not so fast, Naismith, says the Perth player, but he just got it away in time. Rowe's kick. One-on-one. Here's Hart. And he's pinged for a throw. Free kick will go Swans' way. Rowe's been in almost everything at the moment. 4 tackles he's got so far. And the Swans get a move on. Long kick down the line. Fist came in from Dalton. Handball jarred out at the front. The Demons again find an opening. A hurried kick towards left half forward. From behind, the fist came from Jackson. Hacked off the ground. Perth working their way towards their forward 50, but again Swan Districts with more numbers out the front of the ball. They can clear. Here's Lange, who's been very quiet so far in this game. Awkward bouncing ball. Unable to get the handball away was Blacker. Spills to ground. Dudfield working hard. Second bite of the cherry, but the whistle has sounded. There's a free kick. Free kick will go the way of Perth, and it's going to be Riley Blacker. It's his third disposal coming up as we're halfway through this second term. 4-1 plays 2-5. Blacker with no options presenting, has to send it long down the line towards half forward. Big pack of players, huge fly coming in from Martin. Handball from Glover. Under pressure is Ketchup, can't break free. The Swans get the kick away. The bounce doesn't favour Pickett. Great gather by Kabelko, who's been one of Perth's best so far. Long ball to a one-on-one. In front there was Dunlop, well done. And now they get it out to Carls, off a step. His kick was rather casual, if you like. Hardiman over the top to De Bono. And now here's Yaron on the burst. Can he get clean possession? He does. Just gets it away in time, and he was taken high. It was Yaron as he was giving away the handball. But the Swans are going to play on to advantage. Number streaming back for Perth as Swans go inboard to the corridor to find Berman. They've spotted a loose man on the near side. It's Azane. Who let him loose? He can take it and go. Nobody near him. Azane in front of our commentary position has a bounce. It was risky. He can go over the top to his teammate. Good hands by Mills to support Azane, but he gets stopped in his tracks. Just got it away in time. The pressure setting up the turnover. Sturge takes possession before he gets wrapped up. And we'll have a ball up. Well done there by Sturge. The Swans were on the run on. They had Ozane and Mills on the overlap. But Sturge, great pressure to force the stoppage. Sturge again. Stopped in his tracks. Have a ball up. At quarter time, Claremont 3-1-19. Subiaco 2 goals straight 12. Over there at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. Ball spills out the back. Good desperation by Kabelka, but hacked off the deck by Yaron. Forces Swan Districts inside 50. Here's Dudfield. Was he held? Umpire says no. Shrugs the tackler aside. Handball comes in from Wilson. Perth applying some great pressure, but there was some holding on. And the free kick's been given away. A chance for Swan Districts to surge further ahead. This time it's Portolano who was held without the football and has got the free kick. Had a quiet day against Subiaco, had the 9 touches. He opens up the angle and slews off the side of his boot, but there's still a chance for Swan Districts. Players fly, no mark, handball comes out. Numbers favour Perth, but a chance comes in from Wilson, heads towards goal, and Dudfield, just like that, puts it through the middle, and he's got goal number 3. Three straight goals for Swan Districts in this quarter, and Dudfield has got 3. Talk about being a valuable weapon inside 50. Dudfield is that and then some. Been one of Swan's best so far this season. The Mazenod Junior, 17 years of age. So far this season, a very impressive season, up for 13 goals this year, up to this game, well before this game rather, this year. He kicked 13 last year from 11 games. And he's got 16 goals for the season. He's already exceeded his total from last year. And for a team that's only had 2 wins on the board, he's having a very good season. Back in the middle. And again, the Swans are going to surge forward. Barry. Oh, nice little spin around there. His kick was a bit of an awkward one. Great gather. And the Swans getting a move on the kick, however, was a shocker. Desperation by Ketchup. Even better by Portolano. Handball into space. Berman hacked it off the ground, but it was into his opponent's hand, that being Sturch. And the free kick goes his way for kicking in danger. Sturch spots up Darmody, and that's a good kick. Darmody has a player on the overlap. Carl's under pressure. Drops it short. Kabelka. Kabelka to Ketchup on the burst. Good hands over the top. This is a good chain here by Perth. And it gets broken by a wayward kick, but the desperation by Ketchup tries to take out Felder. But the Swans, like a brick wall, surge forward, but they're stopped in their tracks by Richardson. He's got the free kick for holding the ball. Ketchup, he's on his own in the pocket, but Pickett's got him covered. So all those leads have been cut off. Richardson sets it up long. It's a high ball, big contest. Waiting down at the back was Sleeth into an open goal. Despite it being an easy goal, he's kicked a point. A la Malcolm Blight. Well, he did have some players putting on some pressure, so you've got to cut him a bit of slack, but felt like that was a bit of a Malcolm Blight there. But the game goes on. Mills is marked. He goes. Now by hand to his teammate in Naisbitt. 7.5 minutes to go in this second quarter as Naisbitt puts that one over the boundary line. Last touch rule. Free kick will go the Demons' way. They have not scored a goal in this quarter. The Demons really need to get moving there to find their way back into this game. They need to stay in touch. Long ball towards half forward. Richardson misjudging it. Demons with a chance through Clark. He gets it off by hand. Hurried snap toward an open goal. Is this one for the Demons? No, it's not. It's another minor score. (2-7-19) to 5-1-31. Demons not making the most of their opportunities that they've had inside 50. Now the Swans out of the back pocket, down towards half-back. In front, Dunlop. Good use of the body. Runs to 50. Surges toward an open goal, but the Swans have the numbers around the football. Naisbitt spilling what would be an easy mark. The ball's not that slippery. They'll have a boundary throw-in. This gives Perth a chance to reset their numbers into that forward 50. About 25 metres out from Perth's goal. They badly need a major. Jackson gets a hurried kick away. It's a 4-on-1 situation. Well done by Swan Districts. Portolano can't break free. The tackle made by Hills, and he's got the free kick. So Xavier Hills, he's 60 metres out from goal, and he thinks he can back himself. There's not much breeze. Xavier Hills restrict the margin to a goal. He's gotten onto it. He's gotten onto it! Xavier Hills gets a vital goal for the Demons. And what a crucial time for the Demons to break the duck in this second quarter from right outside the 50. He has slotted that one through. That's a beautiful kick. And now the margin is down to 6 points with 5 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Vital centre break here in the context of this game as Dunlop is back in the ruck against Lee Gowland. That battle at the moment being won by Gowland. He's got 11 hit-outs, but he's only had the 3 touches in his follow-up work. Lee Gowland, good palm down. Roves it after his own knock. Tries to shuttle it out. Ball spills to ground. Well done there by Clark, putting his body on the line. Dunlop gets a hurried kick up towards half forward. Looking to gather at ground level there was hard, but again Perth finds some options. Here's Sturge, 55 metres out from goal. His kick dribbles towards the goal line, but it's gathered by Martin. Martin will clear for Swan Districts. Azane, judging it brilliantly, Azane goes by hand to his teammate in Hardiman. Gets the kick away. Spoiled by Ketchup. Under pressure are the Demons now. Ball spills out. Ketchup gathers nicely, and he goes for a run. Goes inboard. Going back with a fly to the ball was Darmody. Recovers well. Good tidy up there by Darmody. Brilliantly done. And the Demons surging forward once again. The kick goes looking for Richardson. Richardson one-on-one with Martin. Martin will win it out. He tapped it to the advantage of his teammate Naisbitt. Richardson couldn't keep it in play. Wrapped up by Martin. Boundary throw-in inside the Demons' forward 50. All of a sudden the Demons are bringing themselves back into this game. Starting to be more effective when going forward. Swan Districts just finding themselves under a bit of pressure. Darmody. Clever bounce to his advantage, but the handball's mopped up by Sheldon. Sheldon tries to go for that sweeping handball over the top, but it didn't come off right. But eventually they find their way through. Clever volleyball style fist to Barry. Goes by hand to Bono. His kick is good. Well spotted. And the mark's comfortably taken. This time it's Dudfield. He's got 3 goals. Long ball. It's a floater. 2-on-1. No mark. It spills back. Jackson. Jackson, can he get it off in time? He does, but Perth is still able to keep it alive, but not for long. Holding the ball. The pressure has been immense by Swan Districts in those crucial moments. And the free kick will go Swan Districts' way. And they need this goal just to steady the ship. It's going to be Sharon Gubel. Ethan Sharon Guvell in his 3rd game of Colts football for Swan Districts. The junior from Caversham. Get the margin back up to 12 points. Hasn't gotten onto it. Hooking that one quite badly for a minor score. So the Demons let off the hook again. A minute 40 before half time. Doing the kicking in duties will be Adrian Carls. The Demons' best possession getters. 10 disposals he's got. His kick goes looking for Sturge. Unable to take it. The pressure, Sheldon. In fact, that's Jackson, I should say. Tyler Jackson forces it over the line, but there is a free kick going Sturge's way. He plays on, chips it short. Goes looking there for Barr. Couldn't take the mark. Waiting down there was Clark. Good second effort by Clark. Wrapped up by Naisbitt. Clark, where does he go to? He had ample opportunity. Lucky not to be pinged for holding the ball. Edgelow. Dispossessed. Naisbitt. Whistle a sound if there's lasso free kick, last touch rule. It's going the way of the Demons. Be taken alongside the boundary line by Jaden Clark. 40 seconds remaining. Can the Demons get a goal before half time? Loading ball, fisted away, waiting down in front, Kabelka. Out to Edgelow, gets a kick. Great gather there by Hills, he marks. 30 seconds to go, he spots up a teammate on his own in Darmody. Now what's his thinking? Is he going to back himself? He will. This will likely be the last kick of the first half. If you remember, Jai De Bono kicked one after the quarter time siren. Can Darmody mirror his efforts? Similar angle and similar distance. Right on the paint of 50. It won't make it. And it's fisted away for a minor score. And the behind will count. So it's half time here at Steel Blue Oval. Gripping contest in round 8 of the EGT WAFL Colts competition. At the long break, it is the Demons 3-8-26 to Swan District's 5-2-32. That goal from Xavier Hills brought the Demons back into this contest, but they had several opportunities unrewarded in front of goal. Swan Districts kicked 3 goals to 1 in that term. They've still got the lead, but it's by no means comfortable. Leading possession getters so far for Swan Districts, 15 for Jai De Bono, 10 for Jackson Azane, and 9 for Reeve Sheldon. While for Perth, Tomasini with 12 and 10 apiece for Edgelow and Clark. The goal kickers, Dudfield has 3, De Bono has 1, Rowe has 1, and individual goal kickers for Perth, Barr, Hills, and also Tyrone Hart in that first quarter. Half time here at Steel Blue Oval. It's Swan Districts leading Perth by 6 points. We'll have all the second half action very short.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell you.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my tongue. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Running through the last of my thoughts, standing on the edge of my tongue. Everything I know will be gone in a minute, and that's alright. Alright, 'cause I'm free. I'm freer than I've ever been before. Yeah, baby, I'm free.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a dance. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Oh, don't tell me you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy. So now you're here again, knocking at my door. A little too late for, I'm sorry for. The lights went out cause you kept cutting the cord, and I started to fade into your gray. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. The future is now. I waited for you in the passenger seat. There's only so far I can ride in your dreams. While you were chasing everything else but me, I'm starting to break out from your gray. See, I finally opened up my eyes, and I saw me coming back to life. That I'd be better without you inside. It's time to be someone I wanna recognize. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. I'm not backing down, cause the future is now. Not backing down, cause the future is now. The future starts right now. I made a reservation, but you never came, so I'm checking out. The fire you stole away, I know one day we'll come back around. The future is now. The future is now. The future is now.
Here at Steel Blue Oval, it's 5-2 to 3-8. You make that 5-3 to 3-8, but the Swan Districts getting a first surge on the scoreboard, albeit a behind, as that ball is kicked long towards half-back. Waiting down in front was Lee Gowland. He can go over the top. Chance now for Perth to try and surge their way back into attack. Darmody lowers the eyes, his kick into space. Even numbers at the contest here. Handball chopped up by Hart. He goes over the top to Moffat, gets it back to Hart on the burst. Unable to keep it in play. We'll have a boundary throw in. 5-3 to 3-8. If you're just logging in for the first time, Live on the WAFL YouTube channel. Thumped away. De Bono taps it into space. Looking to accommodate Sharon Gavell. Hacks it off the ground. Here comes Dudfield. Dudfield out towards an open goal for number 4. He's got it. Dudfield starts the second half with a bang. Opportunistic by Sharon Gavell. Hacked it off the ground. Dudfield going after the loose ball. Gathering and snapping with the left foot to an open goal. Number 4 for Dudfield in the first of the second half. 17 goals for the season now. Proving to be a big threat in the Swans forward 50. And crucially, they've got the margin up to 13 points, so their biggest lead in quite a while here at Steel Blue Oval. Dunlop and Lee Gowland. Demons need a steadier. Great work there by Sturge to surge forward. Long ball and keeping his feet and taking the mark. Xavier Hills again. That is a brilliant mark. He's steady on his feet at 192 centimetres and only his second game for the year. Kept himself in front position. And he's taken the mark and he'll kick from right on the paint of 50. This for his second. Not wasting any time. Directly in front. Close to the man on the mark. Has he got enough on it? I think he has. Goal! Second goal for Xavier Hills. Instant reply for the Demons. Beautiful kick, just swinging back late. And Hills with the quick answer for the red and black. And the margin is now down to 7 points. A quick update down at Leederville. It's a close one there as well. Claremont leading 5-1 to 4-3 at half-time. A couple of close games to start the weekend. A great start to the long weekend of football. Hopefully it does serve as an omen for the rest of the weekend. Don't forget, the 2 derbies on Monday on the WAFL YouTube channel. Perth Derby from 9 o'clock in the morning. And then, of course, the Freo Derby from 4 o'clock in the afternoon, straight after the league game. Perth looking to get another clearance out of the centre. Letting that one slip through his fingers was Angelo. Handball intended for Sheldon. On his knees, Sheldon. Now into space. Act off the ground. Sheldon applies the tackle on Garrett. Ball spills out the back. Handball smothered. The intended handball was Brown. And now under pressure is Young. He goes to ground. So too Clark. The ball hotly contested on the edge of the centre square. The umpire says, I'll have it, thank you. Lee Gowland got the palm down. Out to Hardiman. Holding the ball. Tyrone Hart has got the free kick. This will be sick disposal coming up. Since that opening goal he kicked 4 minutes in, he's gone quiet, but he'll no doubt be one of those by Aaron Ballantyne to step up in the second half. Darmody kicks down the line to a contest. Big fly. No mark from the player in front, that is Young. Swans have numbers out the front of the football. Hospital handball, asked a lot of De Bono. Great tackle by Hart and taken out of play. Boundary throw-in in front of our broadcast position. Players will jostle for position right on the Big Freeze logo. Of course, this is the Big Freeze game here at Steel Blue Oval. Great personalities jumping into the ice bath to fight the beast, as the late, great Neil Danaher coined it. Of course, Neil Danaher passing away earlier in the week, and Neil Danaher saying to the players and everybody, play on. And that's exactly what we're doing here. Not just here, but right across Australia. We'll have a boundary throw-in. Again in front of our broadcast position. Jostling for position is Lee Gowland in front along with Dunlop. Kick away. The Swans will surge forward. High kick. even numbers, but steady on his feet. Taking the chest mark was Jackson. Jackson looking for a lead up forward. Doesn't get it. He's kicked to Dudfield. Well taken on the half volley. Nice, don't argue, but the handball, well, he had it coming. And it's mopped up by the Demons. Darmody sends it high to a one-on-one. Awkward bounce for Martin. Under pressure from Richardson. He never let up in that pressure, did Richardson, but the Swans find enough space to surge forward. A kick down the line. Off hands. Well done there by Edgelow to get it off to Dalton. Not the best option, and Dalton might be in trouble. Holding the ball. The free kick going Portolano's way. He's got it on right centre wing. Goes inboard. Diving mark taken by Young. Young with the left foot. Dangerous kick. Gathered brilliantly by Azane. Into the forward pocket. One-on-one. It's in the direction of Fiore. Pressured there by O'Connor. Boundary throw in the right forward pocket for Swan Districts. Thump down. Gathered by Dudfield. Off a step. Pulls it back around the body. He's looking for goal 5, but that one's across the face. And one behind. Margin down to 8 points, but it's by no means comfortable as the Sun breaks free once again. Because they've got it in the right back pocket. Piercing ball down the line, but goes only as far as Naisbitt, the Swan Districts. Naisbitt to the pocket. Dudfield. Easy mark there for the big forward. Albert just opened himself up to the forward pocket. Diving chest mark, and he has a chance to kick goal number 5. This will be a very difficult angle. He's playing with great confidence. 17 goals for the season now. Be looking to make it 18. A crucial kick this will be. Give the Swans a lot more breathing room to make the margin 14. Drop punt. Tough angle. And he's missed. Now defensive warning against Perth as the margin goes up to 9 points. This third quarter, it's on the EGT scoreboard. Slight delay as a result. This positional warning. Right on cue, the Sun breaks out again as we get play back underway. Long ball towards half back. That's a good kick. And onto the chest of O'Connor. O'Connor's kick inboard was dangerous. Mopping up is Young. He gets dispossessed. Under pressure there is the Demons again. Deep in defence. Good handball over the top there from Garrett. Letting that one slip was Kabelka. Just got it away in time. Portolano taps it to his own advantage. He's under enormous pressure. He spills to ground. So too the ball. Kabelka, persistent. It comes out to the advantage of Azane. Hurries the kick up towards half forward. Ketchup gets first to it. And now the Demons with a 3-on-2 situation are able to escape. Long ball from Tomasini goes only as far as Naisbitt. Naisbitt cutting that one off nicely. Goes across the ground to the near side. He spots up the man in fine form, Dudfield. Long ball towards right half forward. Big pack of players fly. There's going to be a free kick. Tomasini was dragged to the ground without the football. And the Perth Demons will look to settle out of the back pocket. They've struggled to get out of there for much of this third term, with the exception of that goal from Hills at the 3-minute mark. Since then, they've been caged in. Big leap over the top from Hills. Couldn't hang on. Gang tackle will ball it up. Jackson palms it down. There's some holding on without the football. Dalton's conceded the free kick. Tyler Jackson Only 3 disposals before now. Dudfield again! Gee, he's been on fire this morning. Cooper Dudfield has taken a brilliant mark. 40 metres out from goal. Great use of the body. He was playing from behind in that contest, but used his body effectively to keep his direct opponent out of it. And he has another opportunity for goal number 5. He's looking to go for a season best. Well, he's got a season best in 4. He kicked 4 against Subiaco in the pre-season. But can he top that? From just inside the 50, Cooper Dudfield launches for his 5th goal. Oh, when this man is in full flight, you just got to admire the way he plays. What a beautiful kick by Dudfield. Number 5. His best haul for the season. He's kicked 3 on multiple occasions, 4 in the pre-season against Subiaco, but he's topped that now. 5 goals, 2. 6 marks inside 50. What a performance. He'll certainly be one to look out for. The various media forms that cover WAFL Colts football. Certainly eyes will be on him. He's kicked both third quarter goals for Swan District, so he's been the major threat in the forward line. And he's rewarding his midfield work with 5 goals. But now the Demons can look to respond. Tomasini on the end of it, through the front edge of centre. In front, the fist came in from Martin. Now a chance for Perth. Handball intended for Richardson. He misjudged it. Now comes to Edgelow. Pulls it back toward the hot spot. No mark. Roving it out the back there was Jackson. Handball into space. Swan's desperately wanting to get out of there, but Hart does well. Takes his opponent out of it. Keeps the ball alive in their forward 50. Well, a boundary throw in. Richardson in front, got hands to it. Trying to burst his way through was Kabelka. Gets it back to Richardson, out toward the boundary line. Here's Hart. He kicked one from there earlier, but was not going to have a chance there. The pressure by Swan Districts has been absolutely immense this morning. Out of play and a boundary throw-in. $15 points the margin. Richardson got a big fist in. Intended for Felder. The loose ball, it's there to be won, and it's won by Martin, who hurries the kick out of the defensive 50 for Swan Districts and finds the mark in Young. Luck's a fortune sometimes in football. Under 11 minutes remaining. Chip pass finds his aim. Long down the line towards the forward side of centre and well spotted. Pickett on the lead, takes a fine mark. Spots up numbers, streaming to the forward 50. Going back, Jackson at full stretch. It's been a big third quarter so far for Swan Districts. Jackson's looking to kick the Swans' 3rd of this term. Jackson for his first goal. Close to the man on the mark, but he has struck it well. 3 goals to 1 in this quarter. Jackson has his first. This is a nice little burst by Swan Districts. The Demons getting the margin back to 7 points early in the quarter. But then 2 quick goals by Dudfield and Jackson has seen the margin balloon out to 19 points, the biggest lead in the game. And some worrying signs for the Demons, but some great signs for the Swans. They're getting back into winning form after a poor start to the season. Eight-5 plays 4-8. Well into the third quarter here at Steel Blue Oval. We've got 9 minutes remaining. Dunlop storms through, hacks it off the ground. Up towards left half forward. Using the body was Clark. He lost out. Good strong tackle. Got his foot to it. Keeps it inside the forward 50 for the Demons. And they surge to a stoppage. It's great work there by Dunlop. Had the presence of mind to go off the ground. Buy back some forward territory. Now the Demons have got a chance. Dunlop. His kick smothered. Sheldon throws it onto his boot. Awkward bouncing ball. Carls does well, but only as far as Harfush, the Swan Districts. Harfush with an option. Goes looking for Young, and he takes a good mark, honouring a great lead. With the left foot, goes down the line. Numbers favour Perth. And it's chopped off by Darmody. He plays on. To the outer side. Richardson leads back in the race. He's one-on-one with Harfush. Richardson tries to tap it into space, but it's only to the advantage of Harfush. He goes over the top to Azane. Gets around one and gets past the second as well. Great play there by Azane. And even better, the disposal by foot, absolutely marvellous. The kick out to Harfush. He just kept on running towards half forward. His kick goes looking for Dudfield. Couldn't reel it in with the one hand. Has a chance. Over the shoulder. This for number 6. What a third quarter for Cooper Dudfield. Spilt the mark. It's a tough one to take with the one hand, but gathered brilliantly. The bounce favoured him. And he was able to pull that one back around the body for goal number 6. It has been the Cooper Dudfield show here at Steel Blue Oval. The margin is 27 points. Been a big third term, 4 goals to 1 as we get back to the middle with 6.5 minutes remaining on the EGT scoreboard. Loose ball's there to be won. Dalton, dispossessed, comes to Pickett, gets the hurried kick away, up towards centre half forward for the Swan District side. Tackle made by Yaron. We'll ball it up. Dudfield kicking 6 of the 9 goals Swans have kicked so far, so the difference between the two sides really has been Dudfield. Loose ball. Waiting down at front was Dalton. He gets wrapped up, gang tackle. We'll have a ball up. Early on in the third quarter at Sullivan Logistics Stadium, Claremont, a narrow 4-point lead over Subiaco, 31-27. High tackle, and that's going to go the way of Sheldon. Reeve Sheldon, only his second game for the season. About 70 metres out. He's a long way out. Long ball to the tip of the goal square. Big fist from Tomasini. And rush through for a behind. It's been all Swan Districts in this third quarter. 5.5 minutes to go. 9-6-60 to 4-8-32. Long ball to the near side. In front O'Connor. Slightly misjudged it. Clark taken out of it. Over the boundary line. We'll have a throw-in. Strong tackle there by Fiore. Originally out of the side this morning, but originally listed as an emergency, but he was a late in today. He's only had the 2 possessions up to this point in time. He's in the ruck now. Lost out to Dalton. Gang tackle. Perth wanting holding the ball. They won't get it. Comes out to Sheldon. It's a hurried kick away. Inadvertently hacked off the ground by Dudfield. Desperation by Yaron. Got the handball away, but the Demons able to chop it off. Sturge couldn't get the kick away. Numbers there in favour of Perth. Just rushing through their disposal. Here's De Bono. It's in the Dudfield direction. He's lurking out the back of the contest. Not required. A great mark. Near the tip of the goal square by Sharon Givell. Great use of the body. And he'll look to make it 5-1 in the quarter. Sharon Gubel for his first goal. And to make the margin 34 points, he steers it through. For Sharon Gubel, in his third game for the season, the former junior from Caversham, who's had a very quiet morning so far, hasn't had a lot of the football, but he joins the goal-kicking party. That's only the fourth individual goal kicker for Swan Districts in this game. They go to 10-6-66 to 4-8-32. Don't forget, of course, the WAFL YouTube channel, the home to some WAFL W football. And we began with two crackers last night down at Sullivan Logistics Stadium. It was Subiaco falling short in another close one. Swan Districts hanging on by 4 points. And then in the People's Derby at Good Grocer Park, a cracker this one was. South Fremantle came back from a couple of goals down, but East Fremantle hang on by a point at the Good Grocer Park. Could be a sign for the long weekend as Perth surge out of the middle towards their forward 50. The sun breaking out again, and the Swans very carefully moving the ball out of the defensive 50. Loose ball, Ortolano. Interesting handball. And to a 2-on-1. Perth's numbers could win out here. The Heart just misjudging the trajectory of the football, but the pressure more than made up for it, forcing Portolano out of play. As I was saying earlier, two great games as well tonight at HIF Health Insurance Oval. West Perth play East Perth. That's at 5:05 on the WAFL YouTube channel, so you don't want to miss that one. Gathered by Fiore, kicks long up towards half forward. Bouncing ball, favours the player in front in O'Connor. Arm down out of play. We'll have a boundary throw in. Now it's starting to break away here at Steel Blue Oval, so the conditions are going to be rather pleasant for the moment. And let's hope it remains that way, because the forecast is not particularly good, especially on the Sunday and the Monday. But for now, sunshine, absolutely magnificent over Steel Blue Oval today. On the end of it is Pickett. It's in the Dudfield direction. Into the forward pocket. Good fist over the top, O'Connor. You need a very good defender like Gregory O'Connor just to try and out-muscle Dudfield in those one-on-one contests. They've tried several players on Dudfield. None of them have worked. I reckon O'Connor could be that man. Let's say if he was on him all day, maybe his impact would not have been as effective, but credit to Scott Faulkner. Dudfield has always found a way. Gang tackle. Ball up will be the call. As we go into the last minute of this third quarter, it's been a massive quarter for Swan Districts, 5-1. And they've opened up a 34-point lead. That's off the ground. Dunlop also almost kicking his own player in the hand there. At the tip of the goal square. Big fist there by Fiore. Tomasini gets boot to ball. De Bono and Clark, neither win it. Numbers favour Swan Districts. Well done by De Bono with the left foot. Off a step, near the goal line. And across the face for a minus score. So into the dying seconds of this third quarter. 10-7 plays 4-8. The Demons have only had one goal in each quarter after quarter time. It's been 2 in the first, 1 in the second, and so far 1 in the third. And it's going to remain that way. Wilson's got the free kick, but not needed. Siren's gone, 3-quarter time here at Steel Blue Oval. And a massive third quarter by the Black Ducks sees them open up a 35-point lead heading into the last term. 10-7-67 to 4-8-32. The Swans looking for their third win in a row, and they're almost there. Can Perth perform a miracle comeback against a very strong Swans side, or can the Swans carry that momentum into the last quarter? We'll be back right after this.
Hey mates, ready to power up your career with EGT? As a proud sponsor of the WAFL, we're all about teamwork and training winners. With EGT, our apprenticeships in electrical trades are hands-on, so you can start working and earning faster, so you can forget the debt and dive straight into earning. Join us today and get the best of both worlds. Great training with the thrill of the game. Don't just dream about success, wire it up with EGT. Visit egt.net.au and kickstart your career.
They could have made it round.
Let's have a ball.
Instead, they made a swinging pendulum of luck.
Let's have a day. We'll do the rock. We'll do the ball. Let's have a ball. Don't tell if you do.
When the bounce serves you a clanger,
Lucky you're with Amy.
Three-quarter time here at Steel Blue Oval on this rather chilly but sunny Saturday morning here at Bassendean. 10-7-67 to 4-8-32. Swan Districts with a massive third quarter in which they kicked 5 goals to 1. Paves the way for them to be in a winning position against the Demons side who, now to their credit, they've put in some good efforts but largely have been disappointing in the grand scheme of things. Leading possession getters for Swan Districts first up. DeBono with 22, Dunfield with 16. And Reeve Sheldon also with 16, while for the Demons, Carls with 17. Thomasini with 18, 13 for Darmody. The goal kickers, Cooper Dudfield, 6 goals for the Swan District side, and Xavier Hills has got 2. Final quarter about to get underway, with Swan Districts 25 minutes away from making it 3 wins in a row and likely to overtake West Perth in 4th place with the percentage that they're building up over the last couple of weeks. Keep in mind, West Perth still have to play on Monday. Back in the middle for the start of the final term. It's 10-7 to 4-8 here at Bassendean. First tap out went to Dunlop, but the first clearance goes the way of the Swans. A long ball towards a one-on-one. Good tackle there by Sharon Guvell. Umpire calls play on. Pickett fakes the handball and then centres it. Cleverly done by Pickett. And the mark's comfortably taken by Rowe. Rowe sends it long towards full forward. Over the top. No mark. Desperation shown. Over the shoulder. Fiore hits the post. First score going to the Swans side. 10-8 to 4-8. It's an even 6 goals. Mark taken by Thomasini. That's his 6th mark of the day. He releases a teammate via the handball. Long ball towards centre wing at full stretch. Dunlop. That's a fine mark by the Demons' first string ruckman. Goes in ball. That's not a bad kick. Just falling short, but well taken on the half volley, but slips over. That play being Workman. Gathered by Kabelka. Able to recover for the Demons. Clark. Centering kick there. Going through the corridor here. This is much better by Perth. Workman from right on the paint of 50. Heads towards goal. Gun barrel straight. In Workman style, Zach Workman gets the first goal of the quarter. Great goal by Zach Workman. Bursting through the middle from the paint of 50. Launching from long range, kicking a beautiful goal. And it gets the margin down to 30 points. Inside the first 3 minutes of this final term. Just the start the Demons were looking for, but there's still a long, long way to go. Swan Districts have built up a very handy margin thanks to a big third quarter. But the Demons have fired the first shot in the last quarter. In the middle, big thump away from Jackson. Sheldon gang tackled, and we'll ball it up. Dunlop got a fingertip to it. Sheldon smothered. Tested balls there to be won, and it's won by the Swans. Rowe can't gather cleanly. He does before he got wrapped up in the tackle. He might be in trouble. Holding the ball. Great pressure there by the Demons. They've got the ball on left centre wing. Off a step, Barr. Short pass finds his teammate, takes it and goes. Long kick towards half forward. Richardson misjudged it. Waiting down at the back was Martin. Martin's kick, just as he crossed the boundary line, will have a throw-in. .45 metres out from the Demons' goal. Richardson was the only lone ruck that nominated, none for Swans. That could be a mistake. Handball out to Barr from the boundary line. Has to weave his way around. Sheldon stops him in his tracks. And it's going to be a free kick for holding the ball. And Barr's not particularly happy with that, but he's lucky not to concede a 50-metre penalty as Sheldon, off a step, drops it short onto the chest of Pickett. Pickett down the line. Slightly misjudging that one was Workman, who kicked the last goal. Edgelow gets himself involved. Handball was a bit of an ordinary one. Pickett stopped in his tracks. Now he might be in trouble for holding the ball. He is. It's much better football we're seeing here from the Demons. It kind of disappeared in the third term, but they're back into gear. Thomasini just got it away in time, but he got dumped to ground. Dangerous tackle, and the landing looked nasty. Thomasini slow to get up. In fact, he hasn't gotten up at all. He's being helped up by his team, Tomasini. And the umpire's going to be consulting him to see if he's okay. Issue of player safety, concussions, very paramount these days. And the trainers are coming onto the ground. And it looks as though he'll have to come off. Credit to the trainers, very prompt. There you see the blue card. And that is against Alan Berman. So he's been taken from the ground under the blue card rule. It was brought in a couple of years ago. Tomasini, he doesn't want to come off, but I'm afraid he has to come off under the rule. Who can blame him for feeling a bit frustrated, but that's the rule. And Berman has gone into the umpire's book as a result. Credit to the trainers for showing player safety around concussions these days, always front and centre. So we've got a bit of a delay as a result. And it looks like Jaden Clark is going to take the kick. Five minutes into this last quarter. We've just logged in for the first time on the official WAFL YouTube channel. 10-8 plays 5-8. There's been an incident where Tomasini got dumped to ground in a ferocious tackle. And he didn't want to come off the ground, but he's had to come off. And the blue card was shown to Alan Berman. That means he's off the ground as well and has gone into the umpire's book. So the free kick's going the way of Perth. It's going to be taken by Clark. Surveying the options, so he has to go long to the hot spot. Big fly over the top there from Hills. Couldn't complete the mark. Hacked off the ground by Hart. But diving in to save the Swans is Felder. Rushes it through for a minor score. Zane brings it back into play. Out toward half-back, 2-on-1, big fist Carls. Taken there by Parforsh, and he's brought to ground. We'll have a ball up. 29 points the margin. Running down at the back was Clark. Well done there by Portolano. Going after the loose ball. Quick handball to Barry. Up and under kick. Awkward bounce. Waiting down there was his teammate in Sharon Guvell, but the Demons win it back through Kabelka. A long ball up towards the forward pocket. Richardson misjudging the bounce. Good persistent pressure being shown there. Moffat couldn't get it off the ground. And clearing the kickoff line are Swan Districts. Well done by the Swans. And a good kick. Finds the leading Yarran. The forward of the ball. Millsy, Jack Mills. Not able to escape the pressure, but he's got support in the form of a Zane. With the right foot. Unable to trap it on the half volley. It's the Perth player. Comes to the hands of Carls, a hurried kick, but out of bounds on the full. Meanwhile, late into the third quarter, Claremont have led all throughout the game so far, and they lead by 6 points. They've kicked a goal at a crucial time too. 3 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Claremont leading 37-31. Bit of back and forth, stop and start at the moment. Handball chopped off. Sharon Guvell on the second go at it. Kicks high into space. Fiore leads back in the race, slipped over at the wrong time. He needs some support. He gets it in the form of Yarran. He gets wrapped up. Might be in trouble here, but the umpire gives him a reprieve. Just unlucky there for Harlan Fiore. Gathered possession, then slipped over and allowed Perth to bring on the pressure. About 35 metres out from Swan District's goal. Gathered by Workman. Kicked the first goal of the quarter. Kicks long towards centre wing. Getting hands to it was Jackson. Numbers around the football. The Swans win it out. Azane goes inboard. Jackson couldn't complete the mark. He was able to trap it before he got wrapped up in the tackle. The handball slipped out of Garmety's hands, but he recovers well to give it off to Ketchup. Gets around Hardiman. Lobs it over the top. That is brilliant from Ketchup onto the lead of Hart. Great awareness there by Ketchup. He was able to spot the loose man in the forward 50. And Tyrone Hart, who kicked that miraculous goal from the boundary line in the opening minutes of this game. It's been quiet since, but he can keep Perth in this contest if he can steer this one through. 5th game for the year, Tyrone Hart. From 47 metres out. Not a bad sort of a kick, but just swaying offline and a minor score. The 28 points is the difference, 5-10 to 10-8. 10 and a bit minutes have gone in this final term. That's on the EGT scoreboard as Swan District's got the footy in the back pocket. Short ball, not a good kick. Favoured by the bounce, Kabelka spilled out of his hands, but on the second attempt recovers. Gets away from his man, sends it long up towards full forward. Fist from behind, gathered brilliantly by Clark, off a step, and he too has missed. So Perth peppering the goals in this last quarter, but have only got one to show for it. And they go to 5-11. Azane. Beautiful kick by Azane out to half back. Spots up the lead. There's an infringement behind play, and the ball will be brought back. Will go Swan's way. Short ball, loose man on the wing is Mills. Goes inboard, goes looking for Yaron. He sat and waited. Spoil from behind. Good recovery by Yaron as he pops it high. 2-on-2. Cameron just misjudging that one. The handball was no better, and the Demons again are away. Oh, beautiful smother. Presents another chance for Swan Districts. Hacked off the ground. Sharon Givell. Long ball. It's in the Dudfield direction. Oh, he goes to ground. Great gather there by Wilson into the open goal. And I think he's got it. He has. That will be the sealer for Swan Districts. Wilson reading it brilliantly from out the back. And strolled into the open goal. And that's his first of the day, and that'll be the sealer for Swan Districts. They're on their way to a 3rd win in a row after starting the season with 4 straight losses. Of course, they had wins all at home so far, so been able to break their duck for 3 straight games at home, and that's a good sign. We're all about stringing some away wins together for this Swan District side. They've got the bye in round 10, and it's all about how they settle themselves after the bye. If they can get a couple more wins before the bye, will spring a bit of confidence into their side, but it's how they maintain it after the bye. Going to ground, Ketchup. Ball jarred out the front. Gets out to Ketchup. Sidestep, has to stop and prompt, but stopping him in his tracks, De Bono. He's had a great game, Jai De Bono, just going about his business quietly, but in an effective manner. And even better was the kick. Going back was Hardiman taking a great mark. He's got some leads offered. He goes to the pocket. Wilson goes out the back again. Can he get it off the boot in time? He cannot. And it's a behind. 11-8 to 5-11. Twelve minutes remaining in this final term. 11-9 to 5-11. Spoil comes out, waiting in front, Dudfield. He can go here. Sends it from the paint of 50. Oh, it's a beauty! Dudfield has got 7. What a kick by Cooper Dudfield. The spoil came his way, and then he launched from 50. Have a look at this on the replay. Saw the target, locked and loaded, straight through the middle. And 7 goals for Cooper Dudfield. In, dare I say it, what is a best on ground performance, I'll say. And Swan Districts get it out to a 40-point margin, 12-9 to 5-11. And Cooper Dudfield, the magic number today for him is 7. back in the middle. Big thump from Dalton. On the end of it is Young. Just got the kick away, but he got tackled. And now Perth will repel Ketchup. His kick, almost chopped off. Spills to ground. Great effort by Harfouche to keep it alive for the Black Ducks. And the kick, even better, Hardiman. Hardiman goes down the line, one-on-one, magnificent mark. Sharon-Gaville. It's been great team football by Swan Districts. Looked pretty tight at halftime. The margin was only a goal, but Swan Districts have really put the foot on the accelerator. And what more can you say about that man? Dudfield, another great mark. Sends it long to the hotspot. Oh, great use of the body. Barry. Barry didn't give away much height in that one-on-one, but he's taken a fine mark and he's directly in front. A chance for his first goal. And to continue the momentum that they have had since half-time. Barry had six marks and 4 inside 50s. That huge win over Subiaco. He's 40 metres out, directly in front. He was celebrating the moment it left his boot. Swan Districts, they are kicking away here at Steel Blue Oval. As we see on the replay, lovely kick. Directly in front, right through the big sticks. Swan Districts, they are on the way. Their 3rd win in a row. (13-9 to 5-11). Hacked off the ground by Fiore. Eyes about 40 metres. Handball over the top. Who was that to? It was only to a row of Swan Districts players. Here's Yaron. He's got time and space with the right foot. Heads towards goal. That one's across the face and hit the behind post. And that is out of bounds on the full. Free kick going the Demons' way. Cameron with 8 minutes remaining. Long ball, one-on-one. Better judge of that one was Dunlop, but spilled the mark. Sheldon's there, so too Workman. Jarred it out the front. Spills to ground. Mills, nice first touch. Follows up. Clean possession. Gets wrapped up by Cabela. Out of play and will have a throw in. A little bit of how do you do there. A bit of thanks for coming. The umpires promptly restoring order. 7.5 minutes remaining. Boundary throw in on the outer side. Kavelka kicks high, 2-on-1. Well judged there by Harfouche. Harfouche goes in board. Good kick. Finds to Bono. Looking for options. Long ball. It's a floating kick. Inside 50. Players misjudging it. Sharon-Gaville. Players ducking their heads as well. The umpire not having a bar of it. Will have a ball up. Big fist from Dunlop. Loose ball's there to be won. Mowring leading back in the race against Wilson. Mowring goes to ground. Here's Sheldon. Throws it onto his boot. Swans with numbers in deep inside 50. Spills loose over the line. And a minor score. Whistle is sounded. There's a free kick off the ball. And the ball will be brought back. And it's going to go the way of Swan Districts, I think, here. Yes, it will. And it's going to go all the way back to the forward 50. The free kick's going to be taken. Is it going to be Dudfield? No, it's not. It's going to be taken by Jackson. There was an infringement off the ball. And Tyler Jackson, he'll be kicking for his second goal. And this is virtually from point-blank range. Put down the glasses. It's a goal. So not much has gone right for Perth, and that is certainly one of the reasons why. Some ill-disciplined free kicks, and if you remember, a couple of 50-metre penalties as well in one stretch. And Swan Districts continue to kick away. $14.10.94. 5:11.41. This is going to be a big win for Swan Districts. Back in the middle, less than 5 minutes to go. Dunlop palms it down. On the end of it is Edgelow. Trying to put it out in front of his teammate in Hills. Kick just falls short of that. Great work by Jackson to give it off to Martin. Martin's kick honours the lead of his teammate on left half back. The Swan Districts, looks like they have built enough percentage to go ahead of West Perth into 4th place with 3 consecutive wins. They're finding their feet after a poor start to the year with 4 straight losses. And Perth, well, they'll remain on 8 points with just 2 wins, but this was a huge opportunity wasted to get back into the 5 and try and get themselves involved in a congested finals race as we approach the halfway mark of the season. All up on the paint of the centre square. Dunlop knocks it down and not able to find any daylight there. Is Sturch will ball it up. Up they go, Dunlop. Effective palm down. Handball comes to Sturch. Kicks long, inside 50. Awkward bounce, doesn't accommodate Martin. He's leading back in the race against Darmody. Well done by Martin, keeps it in play. Got wrapped up by Darmody, and Darmody's got the free kick. So Kane Darmody from the pocket. He unselfishly opens up the angle and finds Workman. Zach Workman, 12 disposals. He kicked the first goal of the last quarter. Gave Perth a little glimmer, but that was as good as it got. And he kick a second. Gets close to the man on the mark. And he's missed. $5-12 to 14-10. 17 scoring shots to 24 in this game. It's gone the way of Swan Districts. 2.5 minutes to go on the EGT scoreboard. Swans forced to go short. Zane going back to the goal mouth. Jackson. That's Kobe Jackson. His first Colts game for the year. He's kicked to a one-on-one. Hart surging forward for the spoil. Swans back under pressure. Jackson gets an up and under kick. 2-on-1. Going back. Tomasini spills the mark. It's an unlucky one to spill because he had that one for his taking. But the Swans open things up over the top to Berman. Berman, long kick, 1-on-1. In front there was Wilson, spills the mark. Boundary throw in on the outer side. From behind Jackson, and the free kick has been given away. Going to go the way of Sturch it is. Dalton, in fact. Dalton, he goes short to Richardson. Long ball from Richardson. Big climb from Hills. That is a magnificent mark. Xavier Hills rising over the pack, taking a great mark. And a difficult angle he's on. While a Swans player's down, might just be cramp. So Hills is going to be delayed in his chance to take the kick. Well, that player that's cramping up there was Harfouche, but the game is all over anyway. We're down to 30 seconds, so this will almost certainly be the last scoring shot of the day. Xavier Hills for his third goal. Difficult angle across the face for a behind. So the dying seconds tick down. Swan Districts, after 4 straight losses, they have fought their way back with 3 straight wins. And they are going to be a threat come the mid-season point, as they have had 3 big wins here at Steel Blue Oval, and the third today sees them victorious over Perth by a massive margin of 51 points, 14-10-94 to 5-13-43. And it was led by the big man up forward, Cooper Dudfield, 7 goals from 18 touches and 7 marks. It was his day. Jai DeBono quietly going about his business with 26. Reeve Sheldon, great work as an inside with 19. While for the Demons, Adrian Carls with 23. Jaden Clark and Declan Kabelka, each with 15. Xavier Hills was the only multiple goal kicker for the Demons with 2 goals. But a great win for Swan Districts. And with their 3rd win in a row, that sees them jump up, possibly up into 4th place. They'll remain in the 5, but that big win this morning will likely see them jump into 4th on percentage, ahead of West Perth, who are still to play on Monday. And for Perth, they'll be stuck on 2 wins, having lost their 4th straight game. But a great team performance all round by Swan Districts, led by Dudfield, DeBono in midfield, especially after a slow start in the opening quarter, but they really got going in the third. 5 goals to 1, third term, setting the tone for a massive victory. Thanks so much for your company here at Steel Blue Oval. Round 8 of the EGT WAFL Colts competition beginning with a bang for Swan Districts. They won by 51 points over Perth. Don't forget the 2 matches on Monday. WA Day at 9:15, West Perth play East Perth, and at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, it is the Fremantle Derby, South Fremantle and East Fremantle. You can catch all the action on the official WAFL YouTube channel. Have a wonderful Saturday, everybody. It was the Swans starting things off in style over Perth by 51 points. So long, everybody.